If I were wanting to eat anti-inflammatory, this is what I would grab for breakfast, lunch, a snack, dinner, and a sweet treat. I'm at Sprouts because it is the closest grocery store to me, but I hope that this gives you inspiration for the next time that you go grocery shopping. And again, this is daily meal inspo. You could bulk these recipes up to have them throughout the week. For breakfast, I was thinking like a wild blueberry overnight oats type of situation. Sadly, they are out of the one that I would grab, which is the sprouted rolled oats, different than sprouted quick oats, but sprouted oats in general are going to be better. They're easier to digest, more vitamins and nutrients, and also a lower glycemic index. I would then grab for some almond milk that doesn't contain any inflammatory oils, natural flavors, refined sugars, gums. Leafia Farms organic almond milk is another great option. The Forager Project coconut and cashew. Now, to really increase the protein, I would mix in something like Truvani, or my absolute favorite that I use pretty much every day is the Just Ingredients brand. They have dairy-free and many different flavors. Absolutely obsessed with mint chocolate, and I have a roasted coconut chocolate that I love. As you can see, they don't use any inflammatory oils, natural flavors, gums, and they use stevia leaf and monk fruit. These are the purest forms of stevia, pure from the leaf. And then same with monk fruit, it's not an extract. I always have Just Ingredients linked in my bio as well with my coupon code if you ever want to try them online. Then add in a ton of wild blueberries. They have a lot more antioxidants than normal blueberries. These antioxidants are great for inflammation. And berries are also a cancer-fighting fruit, so try to have these daily. To ensure that it is balancing your blood sugar, first thing in the morning, I would add things like seeds, nut butter, cinnamon, even date. I added a date to my overnight oats and it tasted so good. And if you're somebody who seed cycles like me, when you're in your follicular phase, you'll eat pumpkin seeds and flax seeds. Or if you're in your luteal phase, then you'll have sunflower seeds and sesame seeds. Help with supporting your hormones. Now for nut butters, my go-tos are Fix and Fog, ground up. Once again, you can always find a good store brand nut butter like this Sprouts one that just contains dry roasted almonds. No inflammatory oils or added sugars. So basically for best results, you mix all of that together in a little mason jar and put it in the fridge overnight. Very rich in insoluble fiber, we're going to be making a carrot salad for lunch with a bunch of other things. This carrot salad is also really great for your hormones, for detoxing in the body, for inflammation, obviously for eye health because of the carrots. You'll need a bunch of loose carrots. They normally sell a really big bag of carrots for like $3 that I get every single week, and you'll shave them off into little like ribbons, the peeler, and some fresh dill, fresh parsley, some olive oil, sea salt, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, and 2 tablespoons of coconut aminos. They're soy and gluten-free compared to soy sauce. And then something else that has all 9 of the essential amino acids is quinoa, which is great for some added protein, fiber, magnesium, iron. And if you are someone that's vegan or vegetarian, you could add in some chickpeas into this salad, some tofu marinated in the coconut aminos. And if you are not vegan or vegetarian, I would cook up some like lemon herb chicken, garlic, some lemon juice. You could even marinate it in something like a Worcestershire sauce or in the coconut aminos. I love getting chicken thighs because it is closer to the bone, so you'll be getting more collagen. For a snack, I would grab some hummus. This is one of the only brands that I have found that doesn't contain an inflammatory oil. So clean. Tastes delicious. At Whole Foods, they also have the Kava brand, which I love buying. And then I would pair it with something like the Mary's Gone crackers. I absolutely love how many seeds that they have in here. These are gluten-free and vegan as well. You get 5 grams of protein per serving, which is great. Some additional fiber, very important in our diet. Another go-to is this NUFS sea salt. Love them, but I'm also obsessed with the hot honey. If you haven't tried it, you have to try it. Ingredients are so great. Just visiting family in Oregon, and we had a pot roast, and I've never made my own pot roast, so that was my inspiration for tonight's dinner. For our meat, we will obviously be needing some grass-fed Angus beef. The more you get, the more servings you'll have for throughout the week. Personally, I love getting my meat from a butcher, so I do a monthly subscription with a local butcher here, so I'll be getting my pork roast from them this weekend. But to make it vegan, vegetarian, you could definitely do jackfruit and mushrooms. You will need onion. Baby potatoes will work best for this. Fresh garlic, some fresh thyme, rosemary, and bay leaves. More carrots. You'll also want a little bit of Worcestershire sauce, but I'll show you why I wouldn't grab the Sprouts brand, for example, they do have xanthan gum in there and organic sugar added. And there's molasses. Their option I would grab is Primal Kitchen's, a much cleaner option than this. You'll also need about 4 cups of beef bone broth, so I would grab the kettle and fire one, and then you can obviously grab a vegetable option if you're doing a vegan-vegetarian. This is one of the better options for vegetable broth that I found. The last thing I would grab is tomato paste. I found a really good recipe that I'm going to use online, so I can share that. Just shoot me a DM. Okay, and then for a sweet treat, I'm jumping on this, what is it, Japanese cheesecake trend. So what I would grab is this culina dairy-free yogurt that has grass-fed collagen, 10 grams of protein. They also have a bourbon vanilla. That sounds really good. And I saw a fellow creator on here post about her putting sweet thins in the yogurt. Grab these Simple Mills sweet thins, crumble them up or break them up so they can fit into your yogurt, and then let it sit in the fridge for a couple of hours, and it gives like a cheesecake consistency. Well, as always, I hope that this is helpful if you're starting to eat anti-inflammatory and you need help with grocery shopping and meals. That's why I post this. I just want to be encouraging and helpful.